The faux, yes.
And amazing. Cakes aside, I think, from the wedding dress are the second most important things that women, I think, tend to dream of. This is what I want it to be like, and it's, you know, part of the piece within your wedding. Is that how people, women see it and men?
Yes, because you can do any kind of design on the cakes nowadays. We even do designs to match the dresses, which is one of the most important ones for the wedding.
Really? Now, do people more so come to you and have a design in mind, or do they ask you for suggestions?
We usually ask for theme and just go from there. Basically, you know, if they're having a fall theme, you know, they can do something with leaves and pumpkins and gourds. To the winter theme, we have a cake that's covered in sugar crystals, so it looks like snow with snowflakes and poinsettias, to the summer ones that you can do the roses and the embroidery and the swags.
And I was asking this before because you see all those, you know, the food shows with the cakes, and they just don't seem edible to me. Mm-hmm. All of your cakes are edible?
Yes. There are some pieces, but we do tell the customer that, you know, you can't either the gum paste flowers that have wires or supports that hold the cake up.
That could be a problem, right, the wires? Tell us about this one. Very interesting. It has lettering and words and...
This is our sweet talk cake. Everything on the cake has to do with the couple. They have different dates, memories, names of relatives and friends, and the guests can come, and throughout the wedding they can actually read the whole entire cake.
That really puts a personal touch on it.
Yes.
I love that. Okay, when we come back, you're going to get started on actually putting one together.
Yes.
This is a size for me since I'm already married. It's kind of like a wifezilla. That's what I've been calling myself. Right. Claudine, thank you very much, and we look forward to our next segment. Right now, we're going to toss it over to...
Back. I'm actually very jealous of Victoria today. She is learning how to decorate wedding cakes with the Dessert Deli. How's it going over there, Vic?
Well, you know what? I'm taking notes right now, and you should be nervous because I'm really not good, but I'm going to put my hand in this one. We have Claudine the Faux here from the Dessert Deli, and you're going to start decorating this mini cake. Is this like the top of a cake or something?
This is the top. It's usually traditionally a 6-inch. It can go smaller. It can also be a 4. All the cakes are made with 3 layers of cake and 2 layers of filling.
Wow, I like that. Those ratios, those numbers. Is this the piece that people normally freeze?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And as long as you wrap it, it should be fine for the next year.
All right, what's the first step?
First step is usually you trim the top and the bottom layer of the cake, and then you cut it in half.
I like this little handy thing, spinner. My
Yes.
kids would want to stand on it and help
Yes.
me turn them around.
Turntables are quite good because it gives it a nice even cut. This one is our Neapolitan. It's 2 layers of gold cake with 1 layer of chocolate through the center, and then we have our strawberry buttercream that we're going to fill it with.
Ooh, excellent.
Basically just cut all 3 layers, and then you just put your filling in the middle.
That's a lot of filling. I love that.
Got to have a healthy amount in there. And it's nice fresh strawberries.
I can see that.
Yep.
You know what? It tastes like ice cream.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Yes. And due to the taste of the strawberry, sometimes it's a little sweeter, you know, during the summer.
And you don't put it all the way to the end?
No, you leave a little bit of room so that when you put it all together, it won't ooze out.
And then you put more on?
Yep.
Wedding cakes, expensive?
You can pretty much have any kind of budget for weddings. At the Dessert Deli, we do have our Easy on the Pocket line. You know, a bride can come in, and they're simple, but yet they're still elegant. And then you can go to the extreme.
We'll talk more in detail about
Yes.
that. Can you come in and say, I need to, is this, what, one for 100 or 100 people, I mean?
About 120, 130.
If you want a huge one, even if you're having it, it's just the size is up to you, the bride. You just determine every aspect of it?
Yes. Yes.
Terrific.
And if you do have more, we can always do sheets in the back in addition to your wedding cake on display.
Oh, that's a good idea. All right, so you put that one on top.
Yep. And then we base ice all of our cakes, or crumb coat it.
What does that mean?
Basically, it's just a layer of icing that holds all the crumbs inside, so that when we go to do the nice layer,
Is that buttercream?
This is buttercream.
Oh,
Yep.
wow, it looks like whipped cream, which I love. I have to try that. Very light and fluffy.
Yes.
You'll give me the recipe of that later?
Yeah, sure.
And they'll have to kill me. All right, I'll let you continue on with this. We'll show you the finished product when we come back, and we're also going to get started on the decorations after. Excellent, Claudine. And we'll just now, I need one of those cans. Claudine, I'm sure, and I could use that. We'd have a straw. We wouldn't mess up our lipstick. I love that idea. Claudine LaFaux, who I just learned is also engaged, set to be married in December. Not going to make your own cake. Supervised, that's how it should be. You're with the Dessert Deli. You've been a pastry chef for many years.
Many
Since
years.
95, you said?
Yes, graduated from culinary school in 95.
And some of these that you have here are beautiful. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, about possibly, different costs, estimates on how much something like this is to get viewers just a little bit of idea of what you'd have to pay for a beautiful cake like this. You're going to get started, though, on decorating this one.
Yes, yes.
So this is buttercream that you put in the refrigerator that you just made smooth?
Yes, this is the buttercream. All the wedding cakes we smooth out as smooth as possible, and then the rolled fondant is put on top of the buttercream. That's also an option.
Oh, so you put it on top, so you just still have the frosting underneath.
Yes, yes,
Oh, I
because
like
you need
that.
something to adhere the fondant to the cake.
Like a tasty glue.
Yes. One of our designs here, which I'm going to be doing, is similar to our Easy on the Pocket scroll design. It's just a
Okay.
basic scroll at the bottom, and then we add on gum paste flowers to the cake.
Okay.
So,
Oh, okay. Can we get... Wow.
no.
You do it so fast and so comfortably.
Years of experience.
How long, really, when you were going to the Culinary Institute, how many cakes did it take, really, realistically, to get this proficient at it?
I actually had a chef that he would teach us to ice the cake, and we would take the cake to him. He would stick his fingers in the cake, and if it wasn't evenly iced, we had to scrape it and start over.
What about the drawing part, that stuff? Did that take you, like, hundreds of cakes?
It's just, basically, you have to practice with the pressure from the bag.
That's the key,
Yeah.
because too much comes out, suddenly your
Yep.
thing becomes a big old blob.
Yeah, and everybody's scrolling and embroidery is different. It's almost like your signature.
Do you have these designs in your head, or are you taking it from, like, a cake book? Is it standard?
Both, basically. We do look at the wedding magazines for the months coming and just kind of see what is new and fresh. So we redo some of the cakes in the bakery so that the brides can see them and get ideas. Different scrolling, sometimes like I mentioned earlier, from the dresses, the different
Just to
embroideries
match
and
it?
stuff. Yep.
That's amazing. All right, while you're doing that, we're going to talk about the possible cost. Now, I was listening. This one, can we get a shot of that, John? This beautiful personalized lettering cake, that will run you about $650? Around
$650 to $700.
to $700. All of these, that one, and this one also around $700 maybe. A little bit more intricate, and it's a larger cake. Can you eat these flowers, too?
The gum paste flowers you cannot eat. They do have wires holding them together.
Only the bad guess. Just kidding. All right, and this one here, this one is going to run you around the same price as well. It's got the fondant on the outside. I love that. There's little fleur-de-lis in there as well.
Yes, little fleur-de-lis, and it's a pin dot design.
Love that. This one, however, is my favorite. Look at that. That's like a Princess Catherine cake. This one is going to run you around $1,000, and understandably so. You can see the shininess, the sheen, and little pearls in there as well. Can you eat this stuff too, like the little draping?
The draping of the fondant you can. It's just pearlized, so it has that sheen to it. The sugar pearls are edible. Just watch your teeth. But the gum paste flowers, like we said, are not.
I remember I did with the Dessert Deli. I did a tryout Thursday, and I helped decorate a cake, and there was some spray with like a 14 karat or 24 karat gold spray.
Yes, yes. We do have edible gold and silver. So if your colors include any of those, we can do those on the cake as well.
I'm going to give a shout out. What's the most expensive cake that somebody's ordered from you? $3,000. But I have to tell you, when you were telling me the price of these cakes, I think that's very reasonable for how beautiful they are and the amount of work that goes into it. How much time do you think it would take that goes into something like this?
Something like that decorating.
Or that one, I would think, because you have to do all the lettering.
This one is a little bit longer because we try and do the different fonts of the writing, and basically we tell the bride and groom, write as much as possible. You can't
you have
not write enough.
options.
When they give us a small list, it's kind of a little more difficult, but
Excellent.
anything that's...
I will get the time frame later on when we come back. I am set to go kneel from the wine room. This is what I have, my adult juice box. And look at this, little favors to go along with this you can put for the guests. These are cookies that the Dessert Deli does.
Yes.
And they can be decorated as intricately as this dress, or just as simple as, ooh, this diamond ring. How about that? All right, Claudine is finishing up this beautiful cake. You've, oh, look
It's
at
all been
that.
iced, and these are the gum paste flowers that get put on. We make some of them, and we also do buy them due to the volume of flowers that we go through. And you can do any season. We have anything roses to orchids to calla lilies.
You also do, you were telling me about a baby shower that you did with a cake with animals that were made of fondant with what underneath it?
It's made from Rice Krispies so that the guests can actually eat the three-dimensional
Animals that you
figures
put
and
on
animals
there?
that we do.
That's incredible. And I was also talking, you don't have to just be getting married to buy one of these beautiful cakes. Apparently, people love them for milestone birthdays. First birthdays are huge, 50th birthdays, anniversaries, that type of thing. And you guys were featured on the Food Network as well? Were you on the Food Network? But just because of the cake shows, everybody is interested in that and the different creations that they can make. All right.
Yeah, since all the big Cake Boss stuff and everything, everybody comes in with a lot of the different, 3D ideas, and we've also sculpted figures to actually look like the guests for their birthdays as well.
That's incredible. All right. So we're putting the final touches on this Dessert Deli. How much time do you have to give in advance to order a cake?
We usually say at least a week to 2 weeks, depending
Okay.
on the season. The busier we are, the little bit more advance notice we do need.
Excellent. All right. I got to invite Laura up here. Laura, take a look at these things. We'll split this with you. I'll split the juice box with you.
I'm so jealous of a lot of things
Chef
now.
Claudine, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
These are
you.
beautiful works of art, truly, from the Dessert Deli.
Absolutely beautiful.